Hello, hello. Welcome back to the mat, my friends, and welcome to a morning warrior flow. This is going to be a Vinyasa practice, nice and short, perfect for your mornings. Get you moving, get the blood flowing. We'll be visiting with all of the warrior poses this morning. So my invitation to you in this practice is to consider the warrior you're bringing out into the world today. And that doesn't mean you're looking for a fight or that you're looking to be defensive, but what do you stand for out there in the world? And what is the energy you're bringing out into the world today? I invite you to embrace your inner warrior here on the mat and then take your beautiful warrior out into the world. For today's practice, I'm going to recommend 1 or 2 yoga blocks. If you've got 2 blocks, grab them. If you've only got 1, grab 1. If you don't have blocks, you can use a couple sturdy books or maybe some like cereal boxes or some cans. We're not going to be putting any weight on the blocks. They're really just for support, so they don't have to be... They don't have to like hold you up or anything like that. If you have not joined the online tribe, click the link in the description and come on in and join us. And if you'd like to support the channel, the making of more videos like this one, head over to the Patreon page, which is also linked below, and consider joining at the membership tier of your choice. All right, my friends, go ahead and grab your blocks or whatever props you're going to use, unroll your mat, and we're going to begin right here in a tall seat. Alrighty, my friends, come into a tall seat, maybe sitting up on a block if you have one, maybe sitting on a cushion, or maybe just sitting on your mat, allowing the legs to rest in any shape that feels most comfortable for you, allowing the hands to rest on the thighs or the knees, again, wherever feels best, and inviting the eyelids to close, or gently lowering the gaze if closing the eyes doesn't feel quite comfortable today. I'll take just a moment here to settle, to allow yourself to arrive here on the mat. Feel the breath moving in and out of the body. And take a moment to consider the warrior you're taking out into the world today. Are you a warrior for truth today? For peace, for love, for compassion? Whatever that might be for you, allow that intention to settle deeply within you. As we prepare to move with that intention here on the mat. Take just a couple more breaths here. And then gently open the eyes. And go ahead and make your way into tabletop position, hands and knees. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll begin with some cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze in the tailbone. And exhale, round the spine, puff up the back. Inhale to arch. And exhale, round. Take one more like this. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, make your way into downward facing dog. Lifting knees and hips. Pressing the chest back towards the legs. Maybe bending into one knee and then the other, pedaling out the feet. If you are indeed practicing in the morning, then the hamstrings might not feel quite ready for this, in which case feel free to keep a bend in the knees. Then from here, gently begin to walk the feet slowly up towards the hands. You can bring the feet to hip width distance. Keep a bend in the knees and let the torso and head hang heavy as you come down into a ragdoll fold. Feeling the crown of the head drop towards the earth. And you can, again, find any movement that speaks to you here. So maybe shifting the weight forward and back, side to side on the feet. Maybe bending deeply into one leg and then the other. Maybe a gentle sway of the torso side to side. Now from here, we're going to come into some twists. So this is where you may want to block located just underneath your face. So we're going to inhale to lift halfway. So reach crown of the head forward. Bring the left hand down onto your block, and you can choose the height that works for you here. One that's going to allow you to lengthen the spine really long. So from the hips to the crown of the head, long spine. Bringing the right hand onto the sacrum, left hand is on your block. Take an inhale as you lengthen. And as you exhale, twist to the right from the belly, the ribs, and the shoulders. You might notice that the left knee kind of starts to bend and the hips start to shift. And that's okay if that happens a little bit, but try to keep the hips somewhat level. And then extend the right arm up to the sky, taking a twist here. Take one more inhale. Then as you exhale, release the right hand down. We'll switch sides. So the right hand comes onto the block, underneath the face, left hand onto the sacrum, low back. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, twist to the left, belly, ribs, shoulders. Left arm lifts up to the sky. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the left hand onto the earth, and you can move your block out of the way. From here, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bring hands to hips, keep a bend in the knees. On your next inhale, come to stand with a flat back. And then from here, you can choose to keep the feet at hip width distance, or you can bring the big toes to touch if you'd like. We're going to come into some side bends here. So go ahead and lift the arms up by the ears. Take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. And as you inhale, lengthen to the sky. And as you exhale, lean over towards the left, rooting down through the right foot. Feel the opening along the right side of the body. Notice if the shoulders are scrunching way up by the ears, and see if you can gently glide the shoulder blades down. Allow the shoulders to come away from the ears, making a bit of space for the neck. And on an inhale, come back up to center. We'll switch sides. Take hold of left wrist with right hand. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lean right. Root down through the left foot. Reach through the left fingertips. Send the breath down the left side of the body. And on an inhale, lift back up to center and lower the arms. Bring the big toes to touch if they are not already. Tadasana, mountain pose. As you inhale, lift the arms up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, plant the palms and step back into a strong plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, option to come right into Chaturanga if you feel ready. Otherwise, lower the knees to the earth and then bend the elbows and lower the torso to the earth. Tops of the feet go flat. As you inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, open the heart, cobra or upward facing dog if you feel ready for it. And as you exhale, take the hips up and back into downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, step the right foot in between the hands next to the right thumb. The left heel comes down onto the earth. The left toes are pointing to the upper left corner of your mat. Make sure that there is space in between the feet, like you're standing on railroad tracks. And as you feel steady, lift the torso, lift the arms, Virabhadrasana 1. So coming into our first warrior posture, bend into the right knee, press into the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right foot. Feel that the hips are square to the front of your mat. Feel yourself root down through the feet and feel length up through the spine to the crown of the head. Take an inhale here. Now, as you exhale, we're going to open the arms and hips for warrior 2. You'll have to realign the feet because now you want the heel of the front foot intersecting the arch of the back foot. The hips, the chest are open towards the left side of your mat. Arms are open to either side. Bend deeply into the right knee. Gaze is over the right middle finger. Check in with the right knee. Make sure it doesn't buckle towards the midline. Press gently out with the right thigh. You should be able to see your right big toe along the inside edge of the right leg when you look down. Now from here, go ahead and bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. As you inhale, open up the heart. Turn the torso towards the upper left corner of your mat, so slightly forward, and then fold the torso down next to the right leg, coming into a humble warrior in warrior 2. Legs dropping crown of the head to the earth. And then press into the feet as you lift the torso, open the arms, warrior 2. Flip the front palm, lean back, peaceful warrior. Notice if you start to lose some of the bend in the right knee, bring the bend back as you reach back to the right fingertips. Feel the stretch along the right side of the body. And then come up through your warrior 2, cartwheel the hands onto the earth, and come onto the ball of the back foot. So you're in a lunge shape. Now from here, this is where you might want your 2 blocks. If you only have one, you can use one. You're gonna want the blocks underneath your hands. Maybe you bring hands onto the earth if that feels okay. You don't have to use blocks. From here, you're gonna bring blocks, hands onto blocks, shift the weight forward onto the right leg, reaching the left leg back, coming into a supported warrior 3. Now the left toes are pointing down to the earth, not out to the side. You want a square hip and really press through the left heel like you could press a wall away behind you. Crown of the head reaching forward, belly pulling up and in. Take one more inhale. And then bend deeply into the right knee. Step the left foot way back, palms to the earth, coming into your low lunge. And then take the right foot back and take your vinyasa here. Chaturanga. To upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Beautiful. From here, coming into the left side, so stepping the left foot forward. Right heel to the earth. Remember, we're coming into warrior 1, so you want space between the feet. As you feel steady, lift the torso, lift the arms. Gently bring the pubic bone up towards the navel here, so firm up the lower belly. There's a tendency to come into sort of an arch with the back here in this pose, so make sure you firm up the belly and protect the lower back. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, open the arms and hips, come into your warrior 2. Realign the feet, heel of the front foot, intersecting arch of the back foot. Sit down into the left leg, make sure it's not buckling to the midline. Strong arms in opposite directions. From here, bring hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open the heart, turn the torso to the upper right corner of your mat, and then drop the torso towards the earth, crown of the head towards the earth, humble warrior. Really reach the shoulder blades back towards each other. Feel the opening in the front of the shoulders and the chest. And then press into the feet. Lift the torso, coming back into your warrior two. Flip the front palm, lean back, peaceful warrior. Reach through left fingertips. Feel the stretch along the left side of the body. If you've got the right hand on the right leg here, make sure you're not pressing any weight down into the leg. And then lifting up through warrior two, cartwheel hands onto the earth, come into your low lunge shape. Hands will come out in front of you, maybe onto blocks, maybe onto the earth. Shift all the weight forward onto the left leg as you lift the right leg up and back. Crown of the head reaches forward as the right heel reaches actively back. One more inhale here. And then bend deeply into the left knee, step right foot way back, palms to the earth. Take a vinyasa here if you'd like it, or you can head straight to downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Go ahead and bring the knees onto the earth. Take the hips over to one side and bring the legs all the way around in front of you. Coming into a seated twist here. So extend the legs long in front of you. Make sure you're sitting up on sit bones and not rolling back on tailbone. If you do feel like you're sort of rolling back, bring a blanket or a towel or a small cushion underneath your seat so that you can sit up really nice and tall in the spine. Go ahead and bring the right knee in towards the chest and then cross the right leg over the left, bringing the sole of the right foot flat onto the earth outside the left knee. Flex the left foot back towards the face. Right hand's going to come behind you like a little kickstand. The left arm will lift to the sky. As you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, twist to the right from the belly, the ribs, the shoulders. Option 2, hug the right leg with the left arm or hook the elbow outside the right leg, whatever feels most comfortable for you today. And the gaze will come to look over the right shoulder as you come into your twist. On an inhale, turn the head, shoulders, ribs, and belly to center. Extend right leg long, bring the left knee in. Cross the left leg over the right, sole of the left foot goes flat outside the right knee, flex the right toes back. Left hand behind you, right arm to the sky. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist to the left, belly, ribs, shoulders. Either hug the leg or hook the elbow as you turn to bring the gaze over the left shoulder. On an inhale, turn head, shoulders, ribs, and belly to center. Extend the left leg long. Coming into a forward fold. As you inhale, lengthen crown of the head to the sky. And as you exhale, reach the heart towards the feet. So try and keep a nice long spine, hinging at the hips. Take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, maybe hinge a little bit further. See if you can keep the spine nice and long and straight. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe come down a little further. Now, when you've gone as far as you can go with the long, straight spine, if there's no pain in the lower back, you can then feel free to roll all the way down into your forward fold, taking hold of maybe the calves or the ankles, maybe the feet. And then gently lifting the gaze and lifting the spine all the way up. Now from here, if you've got time for a full Shavasana, please come on into Shavasana. Set a timer for yourself. I like to use the app Insight Timer. It's a meditation app. It has a really nice timer that you can also set for Shavasana. If you are more pressed for time, you don't have time for Shavasana today, join me here in a tall seat. Sitting up, maybe on a block or a cushion, whatever feels comfortable. Allow the eyelids to close. Feel yourself root down through your sitting bones. The crown of the head reaching towards the sky, finding elegant length through the spine. Take a moment to notice how you feel at the end of this practice. And to consider the energy that you want to bring into the rest of your day. How do you want to show up to this day? Who do you want to show up as? Go ahead and bring the palms to touch at heart center. And bow the head gently towards the hands in a gesture of gratitude. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you here in this practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining me here for this morning warrior flow. Go ahead and take your fiercest warrior out into your day. I'll meet you right back here on the mat next time.